Hi, I'm Jessica Barbier, and this is the Cox OC Connection. On this segment of the Community Connection, we'll be talking about Orange County's 9/11 Days of Service and Remembrance. With me to talk about this wonderful initiative is our CEO of OneOC, Deanne McQuaid. We have the CEO of Veterans First, Deanne Tate. And we have veteran as well as Service Center Manager, Stephen Donovan. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
Glad to be here.
Glad that you're partnering together. I know a lot of corporations, community members will be out on 9/11, not only remembering, but putting their service to make that a special day. Dan, can you talk to us about some of the activities that will be taking place this year on 9/11?
We have people deployed all over Orange County doing service as a way of remembering what happened at 9/11. But there'll be folks working with Second Harvest, gleaming fields. There'll be people at Families Forward restocking their food bank, people at Senior Serve helping the elderly. There'll be people working with the book doctors in order to get new books for Think Together. It's an opportunity for people who want to do something to reach out into the community and help all sorts of different folks.
And how many nonprofits will you be helping this year?
I think we got more than a dozen.
Great.
And should have about 1,000 people that will be engaged in various activities throughout the county.
It's incredible. And one of those nonprofits is Veterans First. Deanne, can you tell us about some of the services that are provided through your organization?
We provide housing and case management. We have a service center. We have 10 housing facilities. We provide housing for homeless, at-risk, and single veterans and veterans with families. We have about 168 beds countywide. Wow. We provide employment services, which is very important. And also when the veterans are coming back, we have a reintegration program to help them adjust back into society.
And Stephen, you're a veteran, and I know a lot of your staff is veterans too. How many, what's the percentage of staff that you work with that are veterans? And can you tell us a little bit about your roles day to day?
Yes, I can. And I also want to thank Deanne for having the effort of starting, or not starting, but being the CEO of this company. And she's being very modest when she says some of the things we do. We also bathe veterans, well, not literally, but in the sense of we have showers that they can take every morning. We take them to get showers. We help them with their budgeting. We help them with their bank accounts. And my specific role is I'm on the front lines in reference to screening them to see which house they're most appropriate for. We have a disabled house where we send disabled veterans. We also have a different house where it's transitional, where they're still employable, and we do everything we can to get them employed again and then eventually get back on their feet.
Wow, a full continuum of services and care.
It's just a hybrid. We help them in any way, shape, or form that we can. And about 90, what would you say, 96%? 95%? Almost everybody's a veteran in our company.
Actually, it's 90%.
Minus 3 to 4 people I can think of.
That's great. And who knows better what veterans need than veterans themselves? It's such a great model.
And so many veterans have come to me, and I'm sure Deanne and everybody else in their service center, and they're like, you guys are hidden. Where have you guys been? Because there's so many services that veterans don't know about that they're entitled to that just they were never briefed. And so that's what I do there. I screen them, but then we also refer them to our benefits coordinator, who lets them know about their benefits, who's very versed in that. We have an employment director, and he helps them with employment, does their resumes, and I could go on however long you want to talk about it.
I know, we always need more time on these shows.
However long you want to talk about what we do, I'll be here.
And Dan, this is the second year that Veterans First will be one of the nonprofits that's benefiting from the services that are provided on this initiative. What will be happening this year with Veterans First and OneOC?
Well, there will be the volunteers from Experian and PIMCO will be actually doing some painting and landscaping at 2 of the residential homes where the veterans are living. And another project actually is one where Cox and Bank of America and Deutsche Bank are working with another veterans organization, and that's Furnishing Hope. And that's where they'll be working with 2 homes where wounded warriors are living. And it's great to see people engaging in activities, honoring our veterans, and actually helping them directly as the heroes are coming home.
Actually, that's where we get most of our furnishing. Ours from Furnishing Hope and Patriots and Paws. I mean, those are 2 great organizations that do that.
It really shows how collective impact.
Exactly.
It's needed, and we need the corporations, the individuals, we need the volunteerism, the nonprofits that have the services, and it's the model that is definitely catching on and growing every year that we talk about this. Deanne, how important are these volunteers to sustaining your mission?
We couldn't do what we do without volunteers. I mean, it's incredible. And OneOC is just fantastic. Last year they came out to our house for our disabled veterans, and they built, I don't know what you call them, but they're gardens up off the ground.
That's what you call them.
Gardens up on the ground. Box gardens, yes. And the vets just love out puttering around in the gardens. I mean, that's great. And then we have OneOC gives us tons of volunteers all the time. The painting the houses. They have volunteers that just come and clean the houses for our vets, because we have a lot of disabled, a lot of Vietnam era, World War II, Korean vets. Right. And they come out and they just, they'll say, what can I do? And say, well, we could really use some house cleaning, and they do it. It's fantastic.
I love that. And what if you're not a corporation but you want to get involved for 9/11 Days of Remembrance and Service? What can you do? Where can you go?
Well, people can come to the website at www.oneoc.org, and find activities not only during the week of 9/11 but throughout the year. And we encourage people to do that because, as you said, it takes everybody, and everybody has something they can do and give.
And you had mentioned that a lot of people come up to you and say, Veterans First, you do all these great things and I never heard of you. Where can people go to learn more?
We actually have a stand down that's September 25th through
27th to the 29th.
I'm sorry, 27th through the 29th, where over 300 service providers are going to be there helping veterans for 3 days straight. And that would be a great start. They could also come to Veterans First. They could see us on www.veteransfirst.org.
VeteransFirstOC.org. Or
Okay.
stand down is OCstanddown.org.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to being out there on 9/11, spending a day of service and remembrance.
Great. See you then.
Thank you.
Thank you. For more information on our Cox 3 programming, please visit us at cox3.com. And to find out what we're doing in the community, please visit us at cox-cares.org. Thanks again for joining us.